Here we have a model of the boy we're going to use. He's have a leather coat and kind of black pants, so we need to bring details. This is open in camera raw, and I was shot on Canon 5D Mark III. The lights positioning, it was some little bit rim lights on both sides, was way high above the head, and other lights is going down. So it's creating kind of one little bit on the side. So 4 lights about set up for this scenery. Not very fancy lighting, but overall it's what I want to give it this kind of grungy with some shadows, maybe under chin, slightly effect. Okay, so let's go ahead and slightly modify, adjust this inside camera. First things I always do, it's at least remove chromatic abbreviation. In some cases you maybe want to use it for the lens profile adjustment, but normally I don't like to do this because I like what I see already from camera, even distortions that come from the camera kind of like this. But you can always enable profile this way. But if you don't like it, at least I do recommend use chromatic abbreviation. I notice many times if we look on some areas like by shoes, you can see sometimes we have a little bit fringing coming, coloring, so we can remove those out of the scenery. Again, so let's go bring back a little bit. So right here. Okay, and next I always do sharpening several times. So I do on the beginning, and after when I adjust other ones, I can come back and do it. The reason is why, because if we look on his face right here, due to the processing, we can add closer, and I think on the boy skin you can see we start having those worms, kind of black ones going around. We have it too much, so we need to find best solution. And I find between probably 50 depend into the 90, it's about safe areas, so about 70 will be good. And we can also work with details, bring a little bit less details for if you want to remove it. So I think let's go about 30 on the details. So this is give it about a nice effect. Again, we still have this little bit pixelization dirt coming out, so we'll fix this in a second. Next, also as we're working with the face, because right here we have it dark pants and everything, let's bring details out of this. And we can do by taking inside the basic, go to the shadows and bring shadows up. You can see how it's bringing in. The problem is with when we start doing this, like example right here on the pants, you can see we start introducing the color noise, digital noise. So in this case, work okay because his pants can be rough, kind of blackish, but watch out for these kind of artifacts when you do bring more. But again, you can see how much details we bring in, and that's what I wanted to do. In some cases, we almost flatten, but I don't want all the way flattened, so we'll, because his skin, and we'll fix in a second. So let's take a little bit highlights and bring them slightly down. Okay, these options, we're going inside HSL grayscale, select luminosity tab. This will help me bring a little bit back dimensions for his skin. So we'll take orange. You can see we can bring into highlight a little bit better. So we'll add this and a little bit on a yellow. So again, you can see it just brings slightly better dimension to his skin, because we did flatten before. You also can play a little bit with the curves, overall lighting adjustments, and as well adjustments on the dark, just a little bit contrast. Okay, the model was shot on a white background, so it was white wall. However, because the wall wasn't light up directly, it's kind of grayish color, and I like this one because it does not provide any color spill for me, and it's kind of neutral. The with the draw with this, of course, if we look on the boots right here, now we have a white reflection, so this is not dark enough highlights, same like shadows. So it's meaning when we start processing after add shadows, we'll need affect this area to make it darker. Okay, so right here, and I see some clipping pop up right here. You can see small black clipping, so I don't worry too much about that. Okay, when we're done, let's go ahead, open image. In some cases, you maybe want to open this as an object, or you can go ahead and open as a copy. It's up to you. I found out in many cases, because I work with always full resolution, I open as image and convert to smart object when I'm done masking and other stuff. So I'll go ahead, open this as the image. Okay, right here, let's create a new copy of this layer, just a reference. Okay, and I have a special tutorial about different masking, how we're going to do this. In this case, because I don't have it here and it's very easy to mask, I will going to use a pen tool. And with pen tool is actually easy. You just start, point, go select, and you see right here we have it handles. So we'll just drag and follow the curve with these handles. Okay, right here you can see I'm kind of following curve, and it will create a perfect curve for this. So again, select, have those handles, we kind of extend, follow the line. And I do obviously sometimes like almost on an edge or 1 pixel inside or less. Okay, so right here we can go around creating, and after time when you have it experience, you can have it very fast to go around. So when you complete all loop around, we can come back and add more loops right on the middle. So let me go ahead, pause this tutorial. I don't want you to watch when spend time till I'm going over, and when I complete it to go around, I'll resume this tutorial. Okay, so right here, after processing, created model, we create mask again from vector, and if you need to, right here we can see mask, and if you have it steps to do this, we have a specific tutorial on the masking, how to convert. But overall, you just create path, right click, and you create a mask, raster mask. So you have your path selected from the vector when you adjust. Okay, next step, what I like to do in this case, it's creating just small shadows, touch up. Mostly you can see right here where's the chin, just dodge and burn. Okay, and after, just convert to smart object. So again, this is the preparation of the model, and we have this step and specifically more in details how to prepare models with all the steps. And I do recommend for you to check that tutorial. Again, mostly right here it is, we're going with the 2 models, very overview steps when we're ready. And in next tutorials, we're ready to actually going step by step more in details when we're creating from components and how we're putting those components together.